What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's talk about some cryptocurrency. Let's talk about Bitcoin and see where things could possibly be going. Bitcoin is at the pivotal state in the cycle, as we can see. Bitcoin could continue to go up. It's holding strong as we can see right now, but we are at a pretty great space in the cryptocurrency world, in the cryptocurrency market. So everybody is kind of interested in wondering what's next. What is the next move for cryptocurrency? What's the next move for Bitcoin? People are talking about the news cycle. Is this a new cycle that we're witnessing? Is something that new that we have never seen before? What exactly is going on with cryptocurrency? So, like I said, this is a very exciting time to be in the cryptocurrency space. A lot of folks are exactly is going on with kind of indecisive, wondering what are they going to do? Wondering if they're going to be buying into cryptocurrency right now or continuing to sit on the side of cryptocurrency right now. So a lot of decisions to be made right now. This is a great time to be in cryptocurrency. If $60,000 was the bottom a few months ago, then we know that we are in a great place to start accumulating, in a great place to start seeing some of these coins start to recover, and that is exactly what it is that we want to see. So we're going to take a look at Bitcoin today. We're going to take a look at some of the other altcoins today and pay attention to the movements, pay attention to the flows of the market, because sometimes you really have to separate your emotions. You don't want to let your emotions get too involved to where it starts to dilute or mask exactly what it is that's going on. So we definitely want to be careful with that, but we definitely want to follow the charts. We want to pay attention to what the charts are doing, what the charts are saying, and we also want to pay attention to the cycle. We've been talking about the 4-year cycle. Every 4 years there's a Bitcoin halving, but what did we see last year in 2025 kind of shook up their entire cryptocurrency space. The entire market was shaken up in 2025 because now the question is looming around, was the cycle broken? Is there a new cycle? What should we be doing to prepare ourselves? So there's so much uncertainty in the market right now. Nevertheless, Bitcoin continues to push on that same trajectory that it has been pushing on. But the question right now is altcoins. What are altcoins doing? What are expectations for altcoins to do in the near future? So, like I said, it's just some great times that we are in the cryptocurrency space. We take a look at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is holding $73,870 right now. Not bad, but as you can see, it is on a little bit of a correction. You can see the red over the past month that Bitcoin has been going through. We did hit 82, just about $83,000 May 6th. Now we're at the end of May 30th, and now we are sitting at 73,000, trying to recover and touch $74,000. So this is nothing that should shock us. We know that this is what happened in Bitcoin cryptocurrency, and especially near the bottom. We're not in a bull market. We're not expecting Bitcoin to continue to be pumping, to going out of control. But what we do want to see, we want to see Bitcoin show some signs of strength. We don't want to see Bitcoin just lay down and tank. Hopefully we got all that out of our system. So now we want to see some strength. We want to see some recovery. Not saying that we want to see things go parabolic or anything like that, but hold strong. show some stability is exactly what it is that we want to see. So $73,800 Bitcoin is not bad. $74,000 Bitcoin is not bad. But this is what it is that we always see during this particular time in the cryptocurrency cycle. And we continue to say, what is the cycle? Is it a new cycle? Or are we still pushing on the 4-year cycle? If you take a look at what we're experiencing right now, the fear and greed index right now is at 35. The fear and greed index right now is at 35. And I don't think that is too bad at all. I think that is fairly good if you ask me. Let's see, where is our... a few weeks ago we was at 50 with the extreme, with the fear and greed index, just about greed. Right now, the Bitcoin dominance is sliding. Not sure if people are paying attention to the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is sliding, but that is a very important factor for us to pay attention to. We did see the Bitcoin dominance 60.5%, just about 61%. Now we're at 59.3%. This is so key. This is so crucial. The Bitcoin dominance needs to slide. The Bitcoin dominance will slide. It's just a matter of time. How much patience do you got? Are you allowing your emotions to convolute what exactly it is that we're experiencing? Yesterday, the Bitcoin dominance was at 59.4. It is not going to drop down in a straight line. We're going to see gradual dips. We're going to see gradual declines for the Bitcoin dominance. Yesterday, the Bitcoin dominance was 59.4%. Today, the Bitcoin dominance is 59.3%. So this looks like an excellent trajectory, game plan, movements that we're seeing. Dougie Fresh, what's going on with you, man? My man Doug is in the house, 7996. He say BNB pumping hard right now. That's what I'm talking about. The Bitcoin dominance is sliding. Why is the Bitcoin dominance sliding? Because the altcoins are starting to show some signs of life. And that's all it is that we ask for. We just want to see the altcoins show that you can fight. Put up some effort is all that we're asking for the altcoins. We're not asking the altcoins to go parabolic, but we do want to see these altcoins show some signs of life. Show us that you want to fight. Hit that like button like my man L John 316 say. If this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday, do me a favor, hit that like button, tap in with a friend, hit that subscribe button so you can stay locked in on the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Operational shutdown. What's going on with you, brother? He said, I'm watching the Bitcoin dominance. Excellent. That is great to hear. Great to hear that we are paying attention to some of the key indicators. Some of the key indicators, the Bitcoin dominance slide. I don't think it could get any much better than that. We know the fear and greed index, but as the Bitcoin dominance slide, you do not want to get left behind. You do not want to get left out and having opportunities to buy some of these coins. I'm talking about these coins are at such low levels that they're scary. These coins are at such low levels that people are panicking. People don't want to buy because it's so scary. And these typically are great opportunities when you want to be getting there. When everybody is scared, so much uncertainty, typically that's the time that you want to get in. Look at what Stellar XLM did. Catch everybody by surprise, and before you know it, these coins could be up 100%. This is cryptocurrency. This is why we are in cryptocurrency. This is why people have been jumping into cryptocurrency, because it can go from 0 to 100 real quick. I'm talking about overnight. 1 week. Great multipliers can happen. Last week, one of the brothers say, man, he was in a coin, did it 20. What he said, it did it 25x in 1 week. So this is cryptocurrency. Things move at a very fast pace. Who else we got rocking with us? My man L John 316 say I got to 10 million ZBEC network. Okay, ZBEC network. Hey, we know ZBEC network, great community. People are definitely going to continue to buy up the ZBEC network. So getting in early is important, is key, critical. Craig Beach, what's going on with you, my man? What's happening with you on this great Saturday afternoon, my brother? Ready for game 7, man. Gonna see what San Antonio and OKC got in store for us in a couple of hours. So I'm just kicking back, man, with a little bit of time on my hand. See what Wimby gonna do, or see if they gonna get SGA, all the fouls that he continues to cry about. Doug said H bar will shock the space this year. Remember last year, H bar shocked us. I think H bar got up to 33, 35 cents, something like that. There's going to be so many shocks in the cryptocurrency space. So many of these altcoins are going to shock the community. It's going to shock the world. Maybe not the world, because the world is not completely invested and involved or know what the heck cryptocurrency is or is doing. But the cryptocurrency community, people who know about cryptocurrency, people who was in cryptocurrency and sold, that is where the shock will occur. People will be shocked. They say, damn, I didn't think that it would go that high. Imagine buying Bitcoin at $18,000, then you see it at $90,000. You say, damn, I didn't think Bitcoin would go that high. So that's the same thing that we're going to see with some of these altcoins. People are going to say, damn, I remember when Solana was $14. I didn't think it would go that high. Chilling, chilling. I know that's right, man. It's a beautiful day out here, man, in Northern California. Had a little bit of rain the past few days, but now sunshine out there. A lot of action, a lot of traffic. When the sun get to hitting, everybody get to moving, and the streets get to rocking and rolling. So, you know me, I like to stay out the way, because these streets of California be rough, boy. But nevertheless, the Fingri index is at 35. Bitcoin sitting at $73,881. You take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, like we mentioned, 59.3%. It is continuing to slide. What will the Bitcoin dominance be tomorrow? It is a ever um, moving push that it is that we want to see. So you take a look at what's been going on over the past 24 hours, and you can see altcoins are showing signs of life. That is all we ask for from the altcoins. We're not asking for things to change overnight, but we just want to see these altcoins show some signs of life. And as the altcoins show signs of life, we need Bitcoin to show some stability. We don't need Bitcoin to be tanking or Bitcoin to be showing signs of weakness. No, continue to show strength. You take a look at humanity. Humanity is up 45% in one day. Over the past week, up 85%. That is huge. WorldCoin up 22% over the past 24 hours. I mean, take a look. Aster, BNB, Binance Coin. We were just talking about XRP possibly flipping Binance Coin, but Binance Coin said, nope, not right now, my friend. BNB said, nope, let me have a little bit of pump. Let me get a little bit of momentum also. Let me pick up some of the liquidity that is flowing from Bitcoin. Pancake Swap, so many coins that are VVV Venice, $16.89. We did see it recently at $20, so it is a little bit low, even though we're seeing some green pumps up 8-9%. He say screenshot this post Loading up on crypto now will be life changing. Not holding crypto will be like having not having a cell phone. Wow, that's deep. That is interesting, man. That is definitely interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. Do. We're gonna take a look at some of these altcoins because it is really time to um, start figuring out which altcoins it is that we're gonna rock with. Damn. DJ and Moonlight, what's going on with you, brother? Hold up, I'm trying to fix my. God dang it. He said he took some profits in XLM today. Good to do something different and not bag hold in this bear market. Yeah, XLM, that was definitely a nice pump. It was definitely beautiful to see that pump with XLM. I think that caught everybody off guard too. And maybe that was the one thing that started this most recent pump that we're seeing with altcoins. It's been so long since we've seen altcoins have a little bit of a rally. We've seen Bitcoin have a rally, but altcoins, that's why the Bitcoin dominance have been so strong. The Bitcoin dominance has been keeping the damn altcoins in a headlock. The altcoins have not been able to move. Damn it. There we go. There we go. Now let's see. All right. Well, hopefully I could get that figured out later. Let's see who else we got rocking with us. Yeah, it's always good to take profits, man. You can never fault anybody for taking profits. Always a good thing, but definitely pay attention to the coins that you're taking profits in. If you take profits, what I like to do, take profits, leave a little bit of skin in the game just in case it continues to run up. And if it don't, then cool, you secure profits. But if it dip back down, and if you really believe in that coin, you get right back in there. You say, do you like Jasmine coin? Um, well, Jasmine coin is a very popular coin. The community is very strong, but last cycle, Jasmine coin did let a lot of people down. A lot of people got frustrated with Jasmine coin, but what we do know is the characteristic of Jasmine coin. We know that Jasmine coin can really run up at any particular time and could do something like XLM did. So Jasmine coin definitely has the strength, has the power um, to do something magical, 4x, 5x, something like that. But I don't expect Jasmine coin to do something miraculous like they were talking about Jasmine Coin was the Bitcoin of Japan. That was the whole kicker that they was running with the last cycle, locking up tokens, so forth and so on, which never happened, which never occurred, which a lot of folks got lost a lot of hope in Jasmine Coin because of the developers promising so many things, and those promises never really panned out. He say Thursday streams have changed to Sunday. Y'all pay attention. Hey, that's part of the cycle shift. That's part of the cycle shift. Craig Beats paying attention to it all, man. He say loading up big on Dogecoin ahead of SpaceX IPO in a few weeks. Never know what Elon will do. I will be ready. That is a awesome, interesting viewpoint. He said loading up on Dogecoin because we know the SpaceX IPO is coming. And what if Elon Musk do something crazy? Because one thing I've been saying, where is Elon Musk? Why have Elon Musk have not entered back into the cryptocurrency space? What is Elon Musk up to? Elon Musk is the king of crypto. He knows how to manipulate crypto to his advantage. The same way Donald Trump did with that little bit of meme coin he did. Where do you think he learned that from? He learned that from old Elon. So it wouldn't surprise me for Elon Musk. I thought he was going to do something when he became the Department of Government Efficiency, when he had that Doge cabinet, but he didn't. But this would be a great time for Elon to come with the SpaceX and say, you know what? We're going to be using Dogecoin for SpaceX transactions or something like that. I don't put anything past these billionaires. Craig Beach said, I lost hope in all of the coins from last cycle. Outside of Bitcoin, I'll be on the hunt for new coins that haven't seen a bull market or full bear market from here on. That is awesome. Look at Hyperliquid. Look at Hyperliquid. VVV Venice token. There's a lot of coins out there that are brand new, that are in the top 100, that really make you say, what is going on? What are humanity? What are these coins? So awesome game plan, man. That is kind of the direction that I'm going in. I still got skin in the game in some of those old plays. I still got Chainlink, Solana, so forth and so on, but I'm looking for the next Chainlink. I'm looking for the next Solana that hasn't really touched Discovery Zone. Humanity is continuing to appear. Humanity is continuing to appear in my profile settings. It's continuing to pop up. The market cap is only $1 billion for Humanity. Currently, it's the number 56 largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. It's on crypto.com. It's not on COINBASE yet. It's on Binance Alpha. Total supply 10 billion. Circulating supply just about 3, so it's about 30% diluted. Let's see how brand new this doggone coin is. Like Craig B says, a lot of new coins out there. This coin came out 2025. Humanity came out July 2025, so it's not even quite 1 year old yet. Currently it's at 38, 39, 40 cents. As you can see, the spike, the green candle that is being produced right now. We did see a pump October 2025 when the rest of the cryptocurrency market was pumping. 37, 38 cents. What are we doing now? We are testing all-time highs. Very new coin. Getting ready to be placed in Discovery Zone. This is when I really like to get into these coins. I like to find them when they're in Discovery Zone. And this coin right here is in Discovery Zone. I don't have no skin in the game in Humanity. But guess what? Now that's on my radar. I'm going to get a little bit of skin in the game. If I see it dip, I'm going to go in a little heavy. If it don't dip, I got to get in. I got to find a point to get in. The market cap is only $1.1 billion market cap. Take a look at what it's been doing over the past week. It's up 85%. It is continuing to pop up. It's continuing to pop up on my platform. Every time I look, I see humanity. I'm like, damn, why does it continue to pop up? Now I see why. It's up 90% on a week. Over the past month, it is up almost 115%. It was just at what, 15, 17 cent? Now it's 39 cent. That, wow. That's why it's so good to do research. It's good to stay tapped into the market. You never want to fall asleep. When people say, oh, crypto is boring, don't fall asleep when it comes to crypto, because you fall asleep, you'll miss things like this. You'll miss the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is sliding. You might come back to Bitcoin dominance might be 57%, and look how many opportunities you would have let pass you by. 39.2%. We're talking about all-time highs now for humanity. Currently the number 56 largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. I remember when Hyperliquid was doing the same thing. Now you take a look at Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid is in the top 100. Top 10. Hyperliquid, what? In the top 10? What is Hyperliquid? Where the hell did Hyperliquid come from? But this is what happens when the cycle shifts. When there's a new cycle and things start shifting, this is what we see. We see new coins taking out the old coins. The old coins had their run. The old coins did their thing. There'll still be a couple of old coins involved in the top 100, but majority of those coins are has-beens. Now there's an entire new crop that will be gaining liquidity, making pumps and multipliers, and that is what we're seeing. Look at Zcash. Zcash is now number 12. Zcash is now number 12. You could just go on down the line and you can see some of these coins going up, some going down, some fading away, and then you see new coins starting to have a little bit of shine. Dera is still there, H-bar, number 23. Litecoin, still there, number 24, Avalanche. So you ask yourself, I'm paying attention to the ones that are still here also. Because there's so many coins that have faded away. So I asked myself, I'm like, damn, how come H-bar didn't fade away? How come Litecoin did not fade away? Avalanche, Sui, Sui's fairly new, but Avalanche, Litecoin, Adera, those are old school plays. How come they have not faded away? Bit and Sword Tile still doing his thing. Ondo is right there in the thick of things. ICP is still around. Yeah, ask yourself, man, what about ICP that is causing it or allowing it to continue to be relevant? Algorand still there. There's Humanity, number 56. Soon and very soon, we'll see Humanity, number 46, and it's going to continue to rise in the rankings of the top 100 altcoins. Pay attention to the characteristics. Casper, number 64, Quant, number 62. VVV, Venice token, that's on my radar, number 67. See what's going on with Venice token. So you got 1 week, it's down 10%. The past month, it's up 100%. So Venice token, VVV, is also one of the coins that could be making a special guest appearance in this cycle. We're going to see some special guests. We're going to see some new coins. Look at that, VVV Venice token. This coin was just at $1 in December 2025. We're talking about 5 months ago, folks. 6 months ago, it was just at $1. We're talking about a 16x. This is why we are in cryptocurrency. What's the market cap? Market cap is not even $1 billion. This is why we are in cryptocurrency. These coins can go from nothing to something. These coins can go from 0 to 100 real quick, which is very explosive. I'm talking about very explosive. Brand new coin came out 2025. Been out a little bit over a year. See what was going on here. Listed on Bybit Futures. Okay, so look like we have some tokenomic issues, but look like all the tokenomic issues have been worked out for the most part. This thing is 50% diluted, but it's fairly new. So that's a good sign. 50% dilution rate is excellent. Market cap, $785 million market cap. January 2026, the market cap was about 100 million. So we've already did a 7-8x market cap wise since the beginning of the year. We understand that, I mean, this right here is huge. When you really put things in proper perspective, you say, hold up, this thing is not even a $1 billion market cap. And then you go back and you look at the big dog. We know Bitcoin is the big dog. All roads of success has to go through Bitcoin. You take a look at Bitcoin right now, the Bitcoin market cap is $1.47 trillion market cap. That is not a bad thing. That is huge, actually. $1.47 trillion Bitcoin. I remember when Bitcoin was struggling to make $1 trillion market cap. Now it's 1.5 trillion. Soon it'll be $2 trillion market cap. So now the norm for Bitcoin is 1.5 trillion dollar market cap. That's the new norm. Prior to that, the norm was 900 million, 1 trillion. Now the norm seems to be just about $1.5 trillion market cap. So things are continuing to strengthen, solidify itself. So if Bitcoin is at 1.47 trillion, we say, you know what, Bitcoin probably will get to $3 trillion market cap. It'll probably double. Probably more than that. If it double gets to $150,000 Bitcoin, you're talking about a $3 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. What if it goes more than $150,000 Bitcoin? You get to 200,000, then you're talking about $3.5 trillion market cap, something like that. So if Bitcoin can get to 2 trillion, $3 trillion market caps, what do you think something like VVV, which is not even a $1 billion market cap, can get to? That is how my mind thinks. That is how I get to running numbers in my head. Said, damn, when Bitcoin really get into $3 trillion market cap, what are the ranges? What are the possibilities and potentials for something like VVV, which is not even a $1 billion market cap? What is the range and possibilities, potentials for something like humanity that is barely a $1 billion market cap? Can it get to $10 billion market cap? Come on, y'all. Easy $10 billion market cap. Easy $4 price target for humanity, 10x. Making my list, checking it twice. Dollar cost averaging in these various plays. Finding these various plays that are new, that will be experiencing very explosive pumps like they are right now. Over the past month, up 115%. That is nothing to take lightly. Looking at the pumps that these things are experiencing right now, look at that. Look at that chart. I'm talking about one day. This is the daily 24-hour chart. Up 50%, 48.88%. So While a lot of people are panicking, a lot of people are scared, nervous, we know what time it is. We know what time it is. We've seen this before, and we're not going to let this opportunity pass us by. Dollar cost averaging is very important. Finding these new coins while the market caps are very low. Remember last cycle, $1 billion market cap was not small. If your coin was $1 billion market cap last cycle, it was huge. Now we got a $1 billion market cap, not even in the top 50. 56th largest coin in the world, $1.1 billion market cap. The cheese has moved. This is a new cycle. A lot of money has flowed into the cryptocurrency space. And guess what's going to happen? Remember last year, retail investors never really got comfortable and really came into the cryptocurrency market. We never saw that retail investor pump inflow that we typically see. That didn't happen. Yeah, retail investors came in a little bit, but we didn't see the heavy flow of retail investors. Even with Robinhood, the new coins that listed on Robinhood, we didn't see those coins pump like we see or have seen before. Not yet. But guess what? They are and will pump. Robinhood are not listing those coins for nothing. Yeah, they're making money on the transactions and so forth and so on, but they're listing those coins for a reason. There was a coin I mentioned earlier, Lighter. Let's look at Lighter. This coin is on Robinhood. This coin is on COINBASE. This is a brand new coin. You talking about a brand new coin and you already on Robinhood? Where they do that at? How they do that? What's the purpose? What's the reasoning? What's in the background that we are not privy to? Your brand new coin, you immediately go on Robinhood. Pay attention. Pay attention. Don't let them fool you, should I say. Your brand new coin, you immediately on COINBASE. We've been in this cycle. We've been in this market for a long time. We know what's normal. We know what's not normal. We know what's out of the ordinary. This is not something that we would ordinarily see or have ordinarily seen in the past. So this Lighter coin came out 5 months ago, January 2026, brand new coin, and it's already on Robinhood, already on COINBASE. What do they know that we don't know? Look at the market cap, $344 million market cap. Very small market cap. We just looked at Humanity, $1.1 billion market cap. We looked at Venice VVV token, $788 million market cap. Neither of those coins are on Robinhood. But guess what is? LIT, the number 102nd largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. What are we experiencing right now? We talked about how we are seeing the Bitcoin dominant slide. So guess what we're going to see? We're going to see spurts from these altcoins having sporadic pumps. Over the past week, up 10%. Over the past month, up 55%. Yeah, exchange listings are being bought now. You got to do 2 to 3 times more research now to find the gem. Nasty work. Boy, you ain't lying about that, man. Exchanges can be bought. And man, when I saw that, I said, ooh, game changed. What was that coin we saw about a month ago that was in the top 50, something like that, and then it got rugged? Yeah, you got to be careful because these folks knowing how to play on our emotions, they know how to put a big bag up. Let me go ahead and pay COINBASE. X amount of money to make my coin look like it's legit, and then they can snatch it. So that's why we definitely need some rules and regulations. Tony S., what's going on with your brother, Mr. Seebeck Network? Shouts out to my man Tony X in the house. So you take a look at what Lighter is doing. It was down here at 87 cents 2 weeks ago, May 16th. And then you seen it run all the way up to $1.40. Nothing goes up and straight down, a little bit of pullback, then boom, another pop. A little bit of pullback, then boom, another pop. Soon and very soon, this thing is going to explode. Look at where it's at. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. But if you zoom in and you take a look at the month, you say, damn, it's at the top. No, it's not. It's at the bottom. This is the top. $3, $3.10. We're at $1.37. Brand new coin. Bitcoin dominant starting to slide. What we doing? What are we doing? So, like I say, so many people are nervous, panicking, sitting on the sideline. No, sirree, Bob. No, not at all. This is the time where we have to start digging, doing your research, discovering what's next. What's the new Solana? What's the new Ethereum? What's the new Axie Infinity? So forth and so on. So we did see XLM have a great pump. We've seen Stellar XLM have a great pump on the week. Look at that. Look at that. That's a beauty. 62% in 1 week. And it was more than that. It had popped all the way to 30 cents. And we back down to 23, 24 cents. But 3 days ago, we was at 13 cents, 14 cents 3 days ago. This is how fast things move in cryptocurrency. This is why you don't want to blink. You don't want to blink. Yeah, I know we got into our feelings. Yeah, I know we got super emotional in 2025 because things didn't go as planned. Hey, put your big boys pants on, put your big girl pants on, hold your head up. We're going to keep on grinding. Like I say, all you got to do is get it right once. But if you ain't got no skin in the game, you're on the sideline crying, you ain't got no opportunity to get it right. You don't have no chance to get it right. I would hate to be on the sideline and a baby altcoin season come. I would hate to be on the sideline and the coin that I sold down low at 14 cents is now at 50 cents. I would hate that. That's why I continue to push. That's why I continue to pay attention to what the market is doing. Paying attention to the cycles, the previous cycle. What transpired in the previous cycle? What information and knowledge can I take from the previous cycle? How can I apply it to where we are right now? Is this a new cycle? So we know that Bitcoin is king. Continue to follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin will lead us to the gold mine if we continue to follow it. We're at $73,850, which is a excellent place for us to be at. But it's always good to pay attention to the previous cycles. So we could kind of have a little bit of a maybe a better understanding of what we could be expecting going forward. Want to try to find some charts from 2021 so we could kind of compare. Uh, we could kind of do a compare and contrast. Let's see. I know I have. God dang it. Because the pumps we saw in 2021, it's going to be a little bit different. We're in 2025. We've been talking about the cycle shift. Is the cycle shift a real thing? We've been looking at the stock market. The stock markets have been looking like altcoin season. Everybody is sitting on the sideline or just waiting, sitting on the edge of the bed, wondering and waiting for Bitcoin to have some type of explosion. So you take a look at this chart right here. This is a very interesting chart. Goes back to the previous cycle. The last Bitcoin halving was 2020. We all know what happened 2020 to 2021. Got to the new cycle, the next Bitcoin halving 2024. We know what happened 2025. Now we are currently sitting in 2026. Very interesting chart. You look at the structure. You see the 2021 peak. Then you see major rejection. You see the 2022 relief rally. And then the failed recovery. You see the supports break from the 2022 relief rally. Then you see final capitulation into 2022, the bear market bottom. So that's exactly what the last cycle or the cycle from 2020, 2021 kind of shows us. So now when you compare that to the current cycle, the first peak is near $110,000. The second peak was near $126,000. That was the top. That was the top of this 2025 October market cycle. Now, what are we experiencing? What are we going through? The current relief rally near $80,000, $85,000 that we recently seen 2 weeks ago, right about the time where the Clarity Act news was released. These similarities are kind of hard to ignore. In both cycles, what was happening? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, XLM and ZPEC for sure to the moon. But like I say, when you compare that to the current cycle that we're experiencing, we got the current relief rally that was near 80,000, 85,000, and you say in both cycles, what was happening? Bitcoin printed a major top, failed to reclaim previous highs, entered a prolonged correction phase, formed lower highs before the final bottom. Now, the most important level on this chart is the highlighted support zone, $60,000. Then you go back to the previous support zone of $50,000. They say historically Bitcoin doesn't bottom when investors are optimistic. It bottoms when fear reaches its maximum level. So when fear reaches its maximum level, did we see the fear and greed index hit 5? I think that was probably its maximum level. And when the fear and greed index hit 5, we were somewhere here, $60,000. So that's why traders are sitting on the sideline and they are watching these support areas very close. If that is the case, this could really solidify in saying that $60,000 was our bottom, because we know that is where the fear was super extreme. They say historically Bitcoin doesn't bottom when investors are optimistic. Bitcoin bottoms when the fear reaches its maximum level. So if that's the case, the maximum level was here. If that's the case, Bitcoin bottomed at $60,000. And if that's the case, we could be on a great trend to really start to show some signs of strength, whether it's with Bitcoin. As long as Bitcoin can continue to hold strong, not weaken, Bitcoin just hold strong, hold steady, and altcoins start to step at the front and center stage. Altcoins have been the backup dancers for such a long time. Now we need altcoins to have their solo. Let these altcoins come to the front of the stage and let Bitcoin take a breather. Let Bitcoin sit in the background a little bit. Let the Bitcoin dominance start to slide. Where's the Bitcoin dominance at right now? We're at 59.2%. If you're not paying attention to the Bitcoin dominance, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. Yesterday, the Bitcoin dominance was 59.4%. Where would the Bitcoin dominance be on Monday? 58%? What type of moves will Ethereum make? Typically, when we see the Bitcoin dominance slide, we see Ethereum start to make some moves. We see Solana start to make some moves. XLM made a nice move past 2 days. Some of the other altcoins have been making nice moves over the past few days. Hence explains why the Bitcoin dominance is sliding. And this is exactly what it is that we want to see. As the Bitcoin dominance slide, we can say, okay, things are starting to work out. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. That should bring some excitement to your psyche. Take a look at the altcoin season index. Altcoin season index is at 37 over 100. September 9th, 2025, the altcoin season index was at 78. December 18th, the altcoin season index was, or the Bitcoin season index was at 14. So these are also some key indicators you can pay attention to. The altcoin season index is in blue. May 10th, 2026, altcoin season index was at 50. Altcoin market cap was at 1.09 trillion. Okay, just some great tools that you can continue to use. March 8, 2028, the altcoin season index was at 36 and the altcoin market cap was at 950 billion versus today, the altcoin market cap is above 1 trillion. Chew up the meat, spit out the bones. Top 100 coin performance over the past 90 days. There's Humanity up 200%. There's VVV up 178%. Then you got Edge. Then you got Dex. And then you have this Chinese symbol. I don't know what the heck that is, but you can go on down the line and take a look at the coins that have been pumping over the past 90 days. These are some great indicators that CoinMarketCap have provided to us. Last cycle, we didn't have access to all these indicators that CoinMarketCap has produced, is generating for. So these are some great tools that we can use. Look at these indicators. You got the Fear and Greed Index. Awesome. February 5th, 2026, we were extreme fear. We got to 5. I don't think we have ever, we almost broke the Fear and Greed Index. We almost broke the damn, the indicator, man. The damn thing got so low. You got market cycle indicators. Scroll through, do some research. Bitcoin dominance indicators, awesome. Great statistics. Coin market cap, top 20 index. What are the top 20 coins doing? What is Hype doing? What are the others doing? There's so much information out there for us to make sure that we get it right. So much data out there to make sure that we get it right. Let's take a look at ZBet Network. Sheesh. Over the past week, ZBet Network is flat. Over the past month, ZBet Network is down 15%. Come on, ZBet. Not a lot of excitement going on in the ZBet Network world. Not a lot of excitement going on in the ZBet Network world. ZBet Network came out in 2024. 0.002, had a pop in 2025, June. Okay. Who else we got rocking with us today on this wonderful, how do I open this window? On this wonderful Saturday afternoon, my man Gregory. What's going on with you, brother? He said, what up, Coach? XLM and ZBet to the moon. Hopefully ZBet can wake up, but we definitely know that XLM is alive, is woke, has awakened. One of the young men earlier said, Coach, I took some profits on XLM. Shouts out to you, because these coins will run up. People will take profits. The price will come back down. So it's always good to take profits. Matt McCullen, he say only way to make money in crypto is to short it. In the bear market, you can short it. You'll definitely make some money. But not the only way. There's more than one way to skin a cat, Brody. That's not the only way to make money. Maybe that's the way that you find more comfortable for you, but there's so many ways to make money in this cryptocurrency market. Let's take a look at these doggone bubbles. There's lighter sitting tall, holding strong over the past 24 hours. A lot of new coins that are here that was not around during the last cycle is the glaring facts that I've noticed. That's one of the biggest things that I've noticed. All those coins we were talking about last cycle, a lot of them not here. I see Pendle is here, Jasmine Coin is here, XCN, Compound still here. Not a lot. Not a lot. That's why very important. Very important to understand what the market is telling you. Ethereum name service still around. I can't believe Galacoin's still around. Jeez. Floki Inu. Think I seen Dog with Hat still around there somewhere. Dog with Hat. Optimism. Over the past week, more red than green. Over the past week, more red than green. Pendle's down 28% over the past week. Over the past month, see what's been going on over the past month. There's light standing tall through it all. Or lit. Very interesting, man. What the heck is tag? Tagger rank 193. See what Tagger is up to. Tag. January 2025. Market cap 132 million. Oh, wow. Okay. Verified market cap. This doggone thing is lightweight in discovery zone. On the week, down 13%. On the month, okay. Interesting. Always good to take a look at what these doggone coins are doing and what journey that these coins have been on. On an hour chart, nothing but red. You take a look at traditional finance. You take a look at the stock market. This bottom here, March 30th, 2026 for the Dow Jones, 45,000. Now, as you can see, we're at 51,000. We're at all-time highs for the stock market. Some of the plays and stocks that we are in over there in the stock market kind of reminded me of 2021, how when I would open up my portfolio every day in the cryptocurrency market, and I would be shocked and surprised of how much money I made in that one day. And I would tell myself, damn, I know it can't happen again the next day. And the next day I would open up my portfolio and it would happen again. That was called altcoin season. In 2020, after the COVID-19 crash, the stock market did the same thing. I think that's when I had opened up my Robinhood account early 2020. Didn't really know what I was doing, but a buddy of mine was, boom, buy this, buy that. All right, let me try it out. Making money. I mean, we were in penny stocks. Those penny stocks were going parabolic. Solid, strong stocks were making money. We were in a lot of EV plays last cycle that was pumping, making money, but it was a similar thing. 2020 through 2021, the stock market was, let's go take a look at the Dow Jones from 2020 to 2021. We're at all-time high right now. That's why they say in the stock market, don't panic. There's always going to be higher highs. The stock market has been around for years, hundreds of years. It has never broken. It has never not recovered. You continue to dollar cost average into the stock market, things like that, you're going to always be on the side of winning. But let's go and take a look at 2020 and 2021 and see exactly what took place. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. That's why I tell people, I'm like, look, if you got kids, if you got grandkids, my grandkids for Christmas, for their birthdays, I don't buy them nothing. They got custodial accounts. I just put money into their custodial account. Not going to be buying them no Jordans or none of that. If their parents want to do that, they can do that. My money, put it right into their custodial account. I wish my parents, my grandparents would have been doing that for me, for us. Imagine if our parents or our grandparents had have been putting money in the Dow Jones when we, back in 1992. Imagine when the Dow Jones was 3,000 points. If our parents, grandparents had have been putting money in the Dow Jones for us, or if we had have been putting money in the Dow Jones for ourselves back in 1992. I graduated high school in 1991, so I could have started investing in 1992. Imagine if I had have been putting $5 a week in the Dow Jones in 1992 when I was a freshman in college. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's why I preach to all these youngsters. Start investing your money. Once I figured out how to invest my money, the power of the dollar, the power of money, and how to make money work for you, man, I took all my money out the bank. I took all my money out the bank. I keep just enough in the bank, pay for my overheads. Other than that, man, if the market dip, no big deal because I know it's going to do this. I know it's going to do this. So when it dip, that gives me time to dollar cost average in. Now I could go in heavier. Cheat codes. That's why they say the rich get rich. They know the cheat codes. It's us poor folks that has been scary and we continue to get destroyed. But let's take a look at 2020, 2021. Boom. There's the 2021, or there's the 2020 dip. The COVID-19 2020 dip. Dow Jones dipped to 21,000 points. March 2020. And after that, it was a V-shaped movement up through 2021, all the way through December 2021. 36,000 points. So you're talking about going from 21,000 to 36,000 points. 36, 21, what is that? 15,000 points? 15,000 points in a year and a half? 15,000 points in 1 year and a half. So when we take a look at, we could take a look at 2025. Was that the dip we need to be paying attention to? When the Dow Jones got to 40,000 points during the Liberation Day dip? Or is it the current dip that we just went through, 45,000? Is this the dip that we need to be paying attention to? Because remember, we took a look at the 2020, 2021 Dow Jones dip during the COVID-19 crash, March 2020. And that also correlated and played into when Bitcoin dipped in March 2020. So if you take a look at the Bitcoin dip of 2026, Bitcoin dipped to $60,000. February, March 2026. What did the Dow Jones do? March, 45,000 points. Where are we at now? 51,000 points. So will the Dow Jones and the stock market continue to rise, continue to pump all the way up until when Bitcoin tops? I mean, there's so many questions. Look at what it did in 2020, 2021. Even though 2020 was the year of the Bitcoin halving, 2021, the year after the Bitcoin halving. But these are just some of the glaring happenings that have occurred and that we see and that's occurring and may continue to pump. I did hear, I don't know if it was Donald Trump or one of the people saying, man, I wouldn't be surprised to see 100,000 point Dow Jones. 100,000 points. I remember when the Dow Jones was 18,000 points. I wasn't in the stock market, but I used to watch the news and I used to be like, oh, we're going to see a major crash before it hit 20,000. It can't hit 20,000. Let's zoom out and see when that was. Shit. Just pissed me off that I wasn't in the market. 2016, 18,000 points. Then it continued to run. The 2008 dip to 7,000 points. It went from 14,000 points all the way down to 7,000 points. That was the 2008 market crash. So we had the 2008 market crash. We had the 2020 market crash. Had the 2022 bear market. And now we're going through the 2026 bear market. And there we are. After each one of those bear markets, man, after each one of those bear markets, after the 2008 bear market, what did it do? Ran up. And then the next one, boom, the 2020 COVID-19. What did it do? Ran up. Then we got to the 2022 bear market, and now we're running up. Boom. 2026 dip. Let's see, this is 2025. Okay, that's Liberation Day dip. April 2025. Then we see the 2026 dip, which was the Iran war, bottom of the bear market. Man, the way things are adding up, the way things are looking, I'm getting in position. I'm getting ready. I'm getting in position. I'm getting ready because I don't want to get faked out. Definitely not going to panic. If we do see a dip like we saw in 2008, like we saw in 2020, like we saw in 2025, those are buying opportunities. That is not a time to get scared. That is not a time to panic. Go off of history. What have history shown us? What if history continues to prove to us? So that right there gives me great confidence, great encouragement to continue to hang in there, continue to stay motivated. Take a look at the S&P 500, same situation. Look at that. Same situation. March 30th, 2026, the S&P 500 was 6,300 points. Now we 70,580. All-time highs. All-time highs. Hey, yeah, if a 2008 type crash come, beautiful. That's why it's so important to make sure you got some dry powder set to the side. Make sure you got some cash stored up and you ready. Imagine those folks who was buying in 2008, 2009. Imagine the folks who were buying in 2020 doing that dip. Come on now. 5-year chart. 2022 bottom. Liberation Day bottom. After every dip, there's always a recovery. That's why they say when it dip, don't panic, don't run away. But that's what the rich folks have figured out. That's why they look at us, they laugh at us. They like, what? They selling? They doing the opposite. We don't know no better. But once you know better, you do better. Once you know better, you do better. Who y'all got on the game later on tonight? Y'all taking Wimby or y'all taking SGA? Oklahoma City? Or we taking the San Antonio Spurs? I know one thing: Wimby need to stay off that 3-point line. That boy getting the paint, can't nobody stop him. So this game 7 for all the chips, I don't want to see no 3-pointers. I'll give him 2. You shoot 2 3-pointers and that's it. Everything else need to be in the paint. Stay in the paint so you can get the alley oop. Stay in the paint so you can get the damn offensive rebound. On defense, stay in the paint. Make them jokers shoot the jump shots. Nobody come to the middle. Bitcoin dominance 59.2%. XLM stellar. Is FET Artificial Superintelligence Alliance ready to wake up? We've seen what the AI stocks have been doing. Is it time for FET, the number 77th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world, to wake up. $614 million market cap over the past week. It is up 30%. Over the past month, up just about 40%. July 2025, it was sitting at 85 cents. Now we're sitting at 27 cents. You go all the way back to 2024. This thing ran up to $3.10 during the baby altcoin season of March 2024. Now we're sitting at 27 cents. Market cap topped December 2024 at 5 billion. Okay. We know that this coin was collaborated with, was it fetchai.com or whatever? And Singularity. That's right. Fetch and Singularity. Got you. So we'll pay attention and see what the heck this coin will do. Injective. What's been going on with Injective? Over the past week, 22% pump, $655 million market cap. Over the past month, Injective is up almost 100%. Nobody is talking about Injective. But after it gets to $12, people will start talking about it. What are we seeing right now? We're seeing altcoins starting to wake up. Altcoins have been getting beat down for such a long time, playing background for such a long time, got destroyed the entire year of 2025, got disrespected the entire year of 2025. But you take a look at what's going on right now. Altcoin is having a wave. Altcoin is experiencing a movement. Is it just a temporary movement? Up 91, 92% over the past month. Was just at $3.50. Now last year, 2025, it got to 15, 16 cents. Injective, August 2025. Dipped down to the low point April last month, $2.50. Now we $6.54. That's why cryptocurrency is what it is. It happens very fast. Before you know it, a doggone coin could be $2, and the next month it could be $6. Last month, April 2026, Injective was $2.50. Now the next month in May, it's $6.50. $6.50. Happens very fast, folks. Happens very fast. That's why it's so important to pay attention, keeping your ear to the market, paying attention, watching for clean structures. So price for Injective is holding strong. It's testing recent highs. But, you know, with these crypto coins especially, these things go in the backward and forward motion the same way Injective was what was it at? $2.60, 2022, November 2022. It ride up, ride back down, and then it ride back up. So now what you want to do, we found the bottom, October, November 2022. Doggone thing ran all the way up. Boom, the top. Once it hit the top, now the whole game is to find where the bottom. Where's the next bottom? Look like we found the bottom, folks. March 2026, $2.80, $2.70. So now you just sit back, lock in, and go along for the ride. If you'd have found the bottom here, December 2022, $1.60, you lock in. Go along for the ride. $43. Taking profits along the way because you don't know where exactly the top will be. Who would have thought it would have been during the baby altcoin season of Q1 2024? But that's where it was, March 2024. It didn't happen in 2025 like we thought. Injective only got to $14.51 in July 2025. That baby altcoin season was something. When the spot Bitcoin ETFs was approved, Q1 2024, that baby altcoin season happened. So that is something to pay attention to. That is when the shift took place. 2025 altcoin season didn't happen. That baby altcoin season of 2024 was a son of a gun. But here's the bottom. March 2026, $2.75. Now we at $6.53. Put your seatbelt on, fold your arms, go along for the ride. If you bought in 2022, put your seatbelts on, go along for the ride. The top was March 2024. Could have went for a 2-year ride and made exponential gains. Binance, COINBASE, Upbit, KuCoin, everything. So those are some of the things some of the trends that we need to watch. Some of the trends that we saw occur during the last cycle or over the past couple of cycles. And we're paying attention to this cycle. It's going to be interesting. We get to 2028, we can look back at videos like this and say, damn, who would have thought Hyperliquid would do XYZ? Who would have thought Aster would be whatever it's going to be in 2028? So that's what I like to look at. Who would have thought humanity would do what it did? Had an opportunity to buy humanity at 36 cents, but I didn't. Could have bought humanity in May of 2026, but I didn't. I thought it was too high. Thought Stellar was too high at 23 cents. Injective, too high at $6.53. In 2028, you look back on these things and you say, damn, what the heck was I thinking? What the heck was I thinking? You go back to Injective. You say, hold up, man. I had an opportunity in 2022 to buy Injective at $2. I could have bought Injective at $2.50. This is your 2024 self talking to your 2022 self. You say, damn, I effed it up big time, right? You see Injective pump run up to $3.50, February 2023. People was probably saying, nah, it's too high right there. That's too high right there. What did Injective do? A couple of months later, April 2023, now it's $9. Remember, it was too high at $3. It was too high at $4. Then what did it do? Boom, 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 boom. $9 next month. Too high. Came all the way back down to $5. June 2023. Boom, look at that pop. November 2023, $17. Welcome to cryptocurrency, folks. Welcome to cryptocurrency. This is what cryptocurrency does. This is what cryptocurrency can do. And this is what gives me super excitement about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency can change the trajectory of your financial scope, development, growth. And this is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. But look at what Injective did. Look at where Injective sits right now. Look at the floor. Look at the bottom. February, March 2026. $2.70, $3. Now we $6.53 in 1 month. Don't get caught slipping. Don't get caught with a bunch of fear in your heart, knowing and understanding the capabilities of cryptocurrency. Make sure you're doing great research, finding you some great altcoins. You don't want to be risking playing around with too many SHIT coins. Go back to the previous cycles, look at some of the previous cycles and watch how the previous cycles have been moving to try to give you a better gauge of what you can and should expect. For the up and coming cycle. Like they say, the trend is always going to be your friend. The trend is all you got. Pay attention to the trend. You pay attention to the charts. Pay attention to the previous cycles. So many indicators are listed in the CoinMarketCap app. What narrative will be running this new cycle? What's going to be the new narrative? Is it going to be AI? Remember a couple of cycles ago, the narrative was gaming coins, gaming token. We saw what that did. Then last cycle, I think the narrative was RWAs, real world assets. We saw where that got us. What is and will be the new narrative? Is it going to be AI? Will AI be the new narrative? Tokenization, will that be the new narrative? Tokenized assets. We took a look at Hyperliquid. We took a look at Hyperliquid and we saw the journey that Hyperliquid has been on. It is currently the number 9th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. It has now flipped Dogecoin. Hyperliquid has now flipped Dogecoin. What's next? Will it flip Tron? Will it get to $32 billion market cap and flip Tron? Will it start to test Solana? Will Hyperliquid start to test Solana? Well, if it does, it needs to do a 4x, 4x. So Hyperliquid still has a lot of gains inside of it. HTTR all day. What's going on with you, my guy? Happy Saturday to you, my brother. He said, I believe this cycle will be RWA utility followed by AI. Gaming will come back eventually, but with all these adoptions going on, utility ain't going nowhere. Well, you know, the part with gaming never really did fully develop as far as people really using the cryptocurrency coins and playing games with it. Even though streaming took off, streaming is at an all-time high, but cryptocurrency never really did mesh or correlate with this new streaming scenario or pump that we have seen. So that would have been nice if cryptocurrency or a couple of these coins would have been at the forefront with these new streamers that we've been seeing, whether it's Kai Cenat or whatever, some of the other famous guys that stream. That would have been beautiful, but that didn't happen. So what's next? Will real world assets be able to show and prove that it is something solid? So Hyperliquid, you take a look at the journey that Hyperliquid has been on. Over the past month, Hyperliquid is up 71%. Over the past week, it's continuing to look very bullish. Over the past year, Hyperliquid is up over 100%. January 2026, Hyperliquid was at 21 bucks. Now it's at $67. That's a 3x in 5 months. Hyperliquid is showing great strength. Hyperliquid is showing a huge surge. Currently the number 9th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. And you take a look at the journey that it's been on since 2024. December 2024, $8. And just take a look at the doggone journey it has been doing. Hit $57 in 2025. That was the top of the Bitcoin market, September, October. And what did it do? It took a little bit of a dip, like all the other altcoins, but did it stay down? No, it did not. It showed great signs of growth and strength. Went from that $21 in January 2026. And look where it's at today. New all-time high. $67. Top 10 cryptocurrency coin in the world all of a sudden. You didn't miss out on hype. It's still early. Market cap's only $17 billion for hype. It just flipped Dogecoin. You did not miss out on hype. It's still early. We coming out of the bottom of the market. So hype is just already telling us that, you know what? I'm going to be him. I'm going to be that dude come this new cycle. That's all hype is telling us. Hype say, you know what? I'm about to be that dude. I am that dude. He say that part streaming, look out for the switch with certain RWAs being painted in the gaming for payments. Craig said, I think utility will be popular, but the DGM play ain't going nowhere. Yeah, you ain't miss out on hype. Craig Beats, he said we will be in a bear market until year end. We still early for everything, bro. Hey, 50%, 50%, 50%, 50%. You got a 50% chance of being right. But what if? What if you wrong and the market pump up? Guess what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to bottom highs. If I'm wrong and the market dip, I could dollar cost average in. I'm good. So, what side of that 50% do you want to be on? He say negative. There's always one similar that super early called EdgeX. Shouts out to you. Jump in. Hopefully EdgeX can do what Hyperliquid did. But Hyperliquid is, man. And they even got a Hyperliquid strategies. Hyperliquid strategies is now on the stock market. When I saw this, I said, damn, Hyperliquid is really that dude. He said, I'd rather place that money into other tokens I'm deep in that I believe in. I feel you. Hyperliquid strategies on the stock market, on the NASDAQ, is up 16% as of Friday. $9.99. Market cap, $1.44 billion market cap. You take a look at hyperliquid strategies. Over the past year, it's up 135%. Brand new stock just hit the scene December 2025. You go back to Hyperliquid. The coin came out December 2024. Hit the stock market December 2025. So it hit the stock market about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, at $3, $3.50. Now we at $10, a good 3x. Since its IPO. $1 billion market cap, $1.44 billion market cap. If we expect Hyperliquid altcoin to continue to be that dude, to continue to be that man, then what do you think Hyperliquid strategies on the NASDAQ stock market is going to do? Do you think it's going to stay at $1.4 billion market cap? Or do you think it's going to continue to run up? I'm putting leap options on Hyperliquid strategies. Put options on Hyperliquid strategies. $9? Definitely wouldn't surprise me to see this at $50. And that's conservative. A 5x is conservative, in my opinion. As the CEO of my own portfolio, that's my opinion. But look at that. Over the past 6 months, look at that damn curve. Look at that chart. He said, I'm going to take my chances. Too many signs pointing to a crash and a recession, maybe a depression. About to be 150 to 180 stocks in crypto. Levon Lawrence, what's going on with you, my man? Happy Saturday to you, man. Hopefully your afternoon, your weekend is going well. He said he's currently at work, getting that dinero. That's what it's all about, man. Getting that dinero, making that bread, man. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. The great philosopher once said that. If you don't grind, you don't shine. The great philosopher once told us that. Craig Beach says pretty much inevitable at this point. Thank you to the Orange Man. Craig Beats is giving all thanks to the Orange Man. HTTR say stock. I don't know about the hype stock. I've been out of stocks for a minute. I'm going to grab a lot. Man, the stock market has been if you're over there in the Patreon, I dropped a video early this morning or late last night about the stock market, how the stock market is looking like altcoin season. The gains that we've been making in the stock market, it don't seem real. It seems, but this is what, like Craig Beach said, his orange partner, his orange buddy, this is like Craig Beach said, this is what he did. He set it up like that. He lined it up so his people could eat. So if you see him feeding his people, if you want to eat, you better go over there and get in line and eat. You better listen to when they're ringing the bell saying it's lunchtime. When Craig Beats homeboy, the orange dude, ring the bell and say it's lunchtime, you gotta listen to the bells. He said I would grab hype token on the pullback, the way Trump going. He will crash the market again for the 500 times since he's been in office. Yeah, we have been seeing some wild pullbacks and wild crashes, but you take a look at the pullbacks, you take a look at the crashes, and you ask yourself, what have we always seen? Recovery. If you see a pullback and a crash, recovery. You see a pullback and a crash, dive in, go get some bread. Listen to the bells that's being rung. He's ringing bells to the billionaires and millionaires. What are they doing? They're diving in. They're diving in, going to get the bread, going to get the bag. The bags are down here. The bags are down here. But so many of us run when the opportunities to get the bags presents themselves. Mm-mm. When the opportunity presents, I'm jumping in. I'm jumping in with Elon. I'm jumping in with Tim Cook, all them other rich dudes. Broke as I am, I'm trying to bump elbows with these dudes. I'm trying to follow when they go in to get the bag. If they go in there right here, I want to jump in. I don't want to jump in right here. I want to jump in right here. I don't want to be scared and nervous of Craig Beast's orange partner that he gonna dip it again. If he do, shouts out to the orange dude. Let me go ahead and jump in. That's why it's so important. Have that dry powder. My man Levon Lawrence, he at work right now getting that bread, making sure he got that dry powder to the side. So if something goofy do happen, let me go ahead and jump in. What have we always seen? Recovery, dip, recovery, a dip, recovery, higher highs. Whenever you see a dip, if you jump in, you dip, jump in that dip, you pull that bag out. Jump in that dip, you pull that bag out. Crypto's a little different, but this is what these guys are eating at. It's what they eating at. Doom, 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 doom. Tezos? I remember Tezos from last cycle. See what Tezos is up to. Where the heck? Oh, here we go. See what Tezos is up to. We seen Stellar XLM have a nice pump. Tezos is up 9% on the day. Finally broke the number, the top 100, number 97, the market cap $357 million market cap. Fully diluted, circulating is 1 billion. Total supply 1 billion. Over the past week, down 5% over the past month, down 10%, nothing major. Sheesh, down the past year, down 45%. But remember about a month ago, we looked at some of these plays and they were down 60, 70%. Now they're down 40, 50%. So we're starting to see some small recoveries. $1.10 July 2025. Now we're at 32 cents. Back in 2021, Tezos did hit about $9. Now we're at 32 cents. What if Tezos get back to $9? That's 9 times 3. That's a 27x. If Tezos get back to $9, that's a 27x. That means the market cap would be about $9 billion market cap. What if Tezos get back to $9? We know the 2025 explosion did not happen. Not just for Tezos, but for the entire altcoin market space. We continue to talk about the 2024 shift. What if 2026 we see a baby altcoin season? What if we see a baby altcoin season in 2026? The next FOMC meeting is when? Next month? What is it, June 17th, 19th, something like that? Kevin Warsh will be taking the stage front and center for the first time. Won't put anything past these dudes. Put nothing past these dudes for them to cut interest rates to pump the market. He said, do you like Jasmine? I got 4 million. Is that? Let's take a look at Jasmine coin real quick. Let's take a look at Jasmine coin and see what Jasmine coin is doing, has been doing. If this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday, do me a favor, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay tapped in. I hate how I lose all my damn chats. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday. Let's take a look at Jasmine coin. See what old Jasmine is up to. Past 24 hours, Jasmine coin's down 2%. Over the past week, Jasmine coin is looking fairly sluggish, down 3%. Over the past month, Jasmine coin is doing what Jasmine coin does. Not surprising us. Same characteristics that we've seen from Jasmine coin. For a long period of time. 0.005 price for Jasmine coin, $268 million market cap. Circulating supply, we still at that $49 billion coins in circulation, fully diluted. A couple of weeks ago, it did get to 0.007. And then after Jasmine coin pumps a little bit, there's always a huge and heavy pullback. It's what we've always seen with Jasmine coin. Jasmine Coin community is on edge right now. The community is still there, is still fairly strong, but they're on edge. They don't know if they should continue to believe in Jasmine Coin because Jasmine Coin developers have placed so many promises out there for its community and has came up short on so many of those promises. Is Jasmine Coin the Bitcoin of Japan? How many years have they been talking about that? Did Jasmine Coin developers lock up those coins that they said that they was going to lock up? So there's so many promises that they have been given the community, and the community is just holding on to every word. But a lot of folks are starting to back away from Jasmine Coin, start to lose confidence in Jasmine Coin. Still down 65% over the past year. July 2025, it was at 2 cents. Now we at a half a penny. So when it was at 2 cents, the market cap was, it's like a $1 billion market cap. Jasmine Coin did hit a $1 billion market cap in July 2025. Now this right here is one of the worst, one of the worst, most deceptive charts in the history of altcoins. This right here is so fugazi, so deceptive. This 2020 chart that they have listed. When you click on the market cap, you can see that these prices are unverified, are not actual, are not real. You click the market cap and you can see when the verifications really started to happen. July 2021 market cap was $1 billion. November 2022 came, the bear market came, the market cap dipped all the way down to $42 million market cap. $18 million market cap, November 2022. November 2022, what was the price of Jasmine Coin? .003. It was .003. And there were still some tokenomic issues going on at that particular time. So Jasmine Coin has never really gained a lot of ground since 2020, 2021. When we got into Jasmine Coin, I think it was 2021 when it first listed on COINBASE. He said Jasmine is garbage. Folks only talk about to get out the red since they've been holding at a loss forever. I remember when Jasmine Coin was .003, and I think that was the low point from the previous cycle. And then it ran up to what, like 2 cents, something like that. So, but you know, Jasmine Coin is one of them coins you could either hold it forever, but definitely don't have a lot of faith in Jasmine Coin. I don't own any Jasmine Coin, but it can still pump. I wouldn't be surprised to see it get back to test those 2 cent levels. When will that happen? Will it be 2028? Who knows? But every time you see Jasmine Coin have a pump, you see an immediate dump. Look at this. Have a little bit of a pump on the 10th, and then on a week, 2 weeks later, we're right back at the low levels, actually lower than where it started at. So it's too many other great plays out there, in my opinion, for me to be stressing over what Jasmine Coin is going to do. He say Do you see Immun? IMMUN. Let me see. Immunify. $1.47 million market cap. Oh, it's on Coinbase? What? $1 million market cap coin is on Coin. Well, like you said, Coinbase is up for sale. Anybody who got some money can list their coin on Coinbase. Times have changed, man. It's on crypto.com. What? Immunify, huh? Is the market cap verified? Shit. Oh, this thing came out yesterday? Oh my. No, it didn't come out yesterday. When did it come out? January 2026. It came out about a $9 million market cap. Hmm. Now that's interesting. Immunify, huh? It's on the Ethereum blockchain. He said Immunify is a scam. Don't buy. Somebody else says Immunify is retirement chances. I'm bullish on Immunify. Somebody said Immunify is going to get delisted. Man. Now, I was just mentioning last night, I said, you know what? I need to find me some small cap coins, some risky coins that I could try to throw the long ball with. Let me open up my crypto.com app and see if I can find Immunify. But it's down 80% since January 2026. Over the past week, it's down 15% over the past month. So it's just bleeding all the way out. How low can it go? Huh, was this the bottom that was hit 2 hours ago? Now that's interesting. Open up my crypto.com app and see if I see Immunify listed. IMU. Yep, there's Immunify. Let me make a purchase. Let me buy some of this. It says $1.45 million market cap and it's ranked 2,367. 24-hour volume. Yep, $1.4 million. Circulating supply. Let me go ahead and make me a purchase. Let me buy $100 worth just to see what it do. Confirm. Okay, I just bought 53,143 tokens of Immunify. So that's $100 worth. So we're gonna check it out. I'm gonna monitor it and see what it do. But $1 million market cap, sheesh. I'm gonna watch this every day. There was another coin somebody else mentioned. Immunify. It's on Coinbase. It's on crypto.com. And the market cap is $1.47 million market cap. I probably should have bought more than $100 worth. But we're going to see. It's at 0.001724. 53,000 tokens. I probably should have bought 100,000 tokens. He says, IMU listed on COINBASE exchange January 22, 2026. That's what caused the pump. And then from there, you see the drop, the drip, the drip, the bleed. And here we are today at $1 million market cap, $1.4 million market cap. So we'll continue to monitor. We'll continue to watch Immunify. Let's take a look at the ZBEC network. So the top holder in this wallet for ZBEC must be an exchange holding 27%. Then below it, 8%, 7%, 6%. Let's take a look and see what Bitcoin wallets are saying. There's so many tools over here on CoinMarketCap. Ooh. What's the Bitcoin wallet at? So it's not showing the Bitcoin wallets. What about Dogecoin wallets? So it shows some wallets, but not all the wallets. Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu can't catch a break. Shiba Inu holders, here's the wallets. So at 41%, it's probably an exchange. Okay. Okay. He said, I don't like unified tokenomics. That the team holds 25% and early investors hold 16. The good thing they do have a slow release of unlocking. I will grab a moon bag on payday. Yeah, like I say, just a little bit to test it, see what it do. I mean, who knows what directions any of these coins can and will go in. Sit Maxie, what's going on with you, my man? Happy Saturday to you, man. Hope your weekend is going solid as a doggone rock. Yeah, Immunify. We definitely going to watch that coin. I need to place that on my watch list. See what other coins are doing good on crypto.com. It's the one thing I do like about crypto.com, how they have the various charts that show you some of the top gainers of the 24 hours. Stargate Finance, STG. Let's take a look at STG. Stargate Finance. Over the past 24 hours, Stargate Finance is up 32, 33%. Over the past week, Stargate Finance, you could take a look and see, is having a beautiful curve. But like I said, it's not just Stargate Finance. It seems like the altcoins in general are having a beginning of a relief rally. Don't want to call it a baby altcoin season, but this is why we're seeing the Bitcoin dominance starting to slide. Stargate Finance, currently the 161st largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. Market cap is fairly low, $154 million market cap. Circulating supply, 660 million coins, and total supply is 1 billion coins. This is a Ethereum blockchain coin. It's on COINBASE. It's on Binance, crypto.com. So let's take a look at the journey of Stargate Finance and see where it has been and what type of travel it has done. Over the past month, it's up 8%. So was that the bottom, which was 2 days ago, 528? Let's continue to zoom out a little more because we know February and March 2026 was a bottom type point. December 28, 2025, we did get 10 cents. February 2026, we got 13 cents. Now we at 23 cents. How long has this coin been around? It says since March 2022, but I've never heard of Stargate. Okay, so the market cap wasn't verified until July 2022. February 2023, we hit $190 million market cap. But why would it pump in February 2023? What was going on in February 2023? Not a lot for it to have pumped. So 2024, the baby altcoin season, March 2024, we got to $169 million market cap. July 2025, we were at $31 million market cap. That is a little suspect. Let's see what was going on in June 2025. We know Liberation Day was April. So maybe that was part of that Liberation Day dip. And boom, we came back. October 2025, that was the top, 130 million. Okay, now we're back sitting at 154 million. Dollar market cap. Okay. Hey, Stargate is out there. VThor chain. Quick swap. Let's see what quick swap is. I think I've been seeing quick swap. It says new. QUI. Quick swap. Oh, say quick swap new or quick swap old. Oh Lord. How you got an old and a new? Let's take a look at quick swap new. Now that's scary. Stay away from this thing. Oh no. Oh no. When you got spikes like that, pump and dumps, pump and dumps. Nope. Stay away from that joker. Let's take a look at Pearl. Take a look at Pearl. See what's going on with Pearl. PRL. PRL ticker symbol. $35 million market cap. Up 12% on the day. On the month, it is down 30%. Wow. Nope, too volatile. Not solid at all. Nope. Yeah, everything is on Coinbase these days. That's crazy. Coinbase allows everything. If you got the right amount of money to offer Coinbase, you can get your coin on there. Crypto bubbles on the green on the 24-hour. 1-day chart looking fairly good. Looking fairly good. Like I said, it's a lot of new coins out there. A lot of new coins that hit the same. So it's definitely a lot of excitement out there, all the way from Hyperliquid. We looked at the Hyperliquid Strategies stock play over there on the NASDAQ. We looked at Immunify, $1.4 million market cap, high risk, high reward. That play could go to zero, or it could go to 20x, 100x. That could be a 100x play. You go from $1 million market cap to $100 million market cap. Seen it before. But that is what we're dealing with. That is what is presented to us. The Bitcoin dominance 59.3%. Ethereum dominance 9.8%. Just pretty much holding flat. Not a lot of life in Ethereum right now. BNB Binance coin is doing well, up 12% on the day. It is really trying to make some space and some room distance between itself and XRP. XRP is at $83 billion market cap, and Binance is now at $96 billion market cap. Solana's at $47 billion market cap. Hyperliquid has pushed past Dogecoin. Hyperliquid next move is to test Tron. Tron is sitting at $32, $33 billion market cap. Hyperliquid said, you know what? I'm coming for you. I am that dude. I am the guy of the new cycle. I'm coming for you. So if you don't have no skin in the game in Hyperliquid, place that coin on your radar. Don't think that you're getting in too late. That we're still early cycle wise. Hyperliquid, I think, is going to make huge waves. I think it's going to do well this cycle. So we're going to sit back and just see how things play out. Look at that curve with Binance Coin. Yeah, 4 million Jasmine Coin is okay if that's what you're comfortable with as the CEO of your own portfolio. Or if you want to talk further about it, hit me, DM me in the Patreon, and we could chat about it. Jasmine Coin, there's a lot of other plays out there, but Jasmine Coin, definitely want to make sure that you're diversified. If you are new in the cryptocurrency space, do as much research as you can, but you don't want to be navigating around as a lone wolf. Very dangerous to be to be isolated in this cryptocurrency space, in this cryptocurrency market, thinking you know what the hell is going on, playing ISO ball, walking around navigating as a lone wolf. You'll get eaten up very quick. So I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with your boy Stock Holiday. I'm about to get up out of here. Um, Catch this doggone hoop game. Game 7 is going down. Jeffrey, what's going on with you, man? You say I just jumped in. Cody on Ethereum. Cody. I know Cody in the stock market. Let's see, Cody. Let's see. Peace out, HTTR, man. Until next time. No, I don't see Cody. I don't know what Cody is. Oh, maybe this one. Who fighting tonight, man? I'll be missing the fights because I don't be knowing who be fighting. Who fighting tonight? All I know is about Game 7. Cody. Man, ain't nowhere in the world. This thing's still down 80%. Y'all navigating around as a lone wolf. Y'all better hit that link. Tap in with me in the Patreon. HTTR, let me know who fighting tonight, man. But like I say, man, I'm about to be up out of here. I'm about to get ready for Game 7. I got to go root for Wimbyambo and the San Antonio Spurs. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me on this Saturday, on this weekend. And that's all I got for you.